Penelope, you cannot be out here begging people to kiss you. I don't know how I feel about Colin loving her late. Like, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy you had last season when you was telling everybody you would never court me. Lady Whistledown, it's the way she fried herself for me. Grab yourself a cup of tea while we talk about Bridgerton Season 3. Spoiler alert, if you don't want any spoilers, this is not the video for you to watch. If you are interested in watching this once you have watched the first 4 episodes of Bridgerton Season 3, please feel free to come back after you've watched it. I don't like it when people spoil things for me, so please turn this off if you're not ready to watch it, and then just come back. And do me a favor, if you have read the books and you know what happens past these 4 episodes, please do not spoil it for me. I am looking forward to June 13th. That is a very long time away, it feels like, to have to wait for the next episodes, but if you have read the books, please don't spoil it for me or for anyone else. In case you're new around here, my name is Kaisha Huguley. The internet knows me as Kaisha Creates. You can find me all over the internet at Kaisha Creates. And today we are talking about Bridgerton Season 3. I binged the first 4 episodes in one sitting, and I have a few thoughts. The thoughts. I thought the first episode was very well directed. It felt like when you go away for your summer break for high school and then you come back and you see everybody, it's like, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. That is how episode 1 felt, and I loved the feeling that it produced. The Queen's opening outfit made an immediate impression. I'm like, can she get more regal than she already is? I also noticed this season that there were a lot of purples. We were going for the deep purples, royal purple, which I really love to see because that is my favorite color. And of course, there were a lot of greens as well. We had some sage, we had emerald. I'm like, give the costume designer a raise. With everyone returning from summer break, I was really excited to see the cast, and I was very excited to see Jonathan Bailey. We know that it is the year of Jonathan Bailey because we are going to be seeing him as Fiyero in Wicked later this year, so it was lovely to see Anthony Bridgerton. I thought the first 4 episodes did an excellent job of showing what it's really like when you go through a friendship breakup and how uneasy and how much tension can exist. Baby, the tension between Eloise and Penelope, honey, I've been there. When I saw that, I was like, that's real. Because you see them for the first time, it's like, like you don't know what to do because you're like, all these emotions and feelings are coming up and you're like, I need to talk to you, but I don't know what to say first. Do I apologize? Do I hug you? Do I cry? I don't know what to do. I think they did a great job with that. Now, this might be a bold statement. Dare I say, this may be the most diverse season of Bridgerton that we've ever seen. I don't know. I just felt like there was a variety of representation. This is the first season where there isn't a lead of color that is primarily highlighted in the show. And so there's that, right? But there was so much representation in other areas that I felt like, oh, wow. Wow, I kept thinking that to myself as I was watching it. And baby, y'all already know I was looking for everybody black. So all the black people, we are out here in society. There was a scene where there was a corgi that like ran up the steps and I immediately thought, I want a corgi. That's the dog. Like, I want a corgi and or a French bulldog, but I don't know. Corgi might have gone to the #1 slot. That really made me want a corgi. Here was the first thing to make me emotional. When I saw Queen Charlotte and Brinsley, I literally went immediately back to the Queen Charlotte series, and it just brought up so much for me, especially just watching the Queen interact with really anyone and everyone, because we now have so many other details to her backstory. So seeing her in real time interact with what was happening in this season, it was just like, oh, but we know where all of this comes from. That made me very emotional. I am a Bridgerton franchise stan, but out of all of the series so far, I think Queen Charlotte is by far my favorite. Again, let's give the costume designer a raise because the purple gown for Queen Charlotte, again, eating. Bless Penelope's heart. She was so awkward. I wanted to jump into that scene and help her talk to these men myself because I'm like, baby, this is not going to cut it. She eventually got the hang of it. And I think this is just speaking to the coming of age story when you learn how to flirt and you learn how to talk to boys or whatever. Like, they did a really good job with that. But I was cringing because I was like, girl, we cannot be out here doing this like this. Let me tell you who I took issue with. I took a big issue with Cressida. Cressida, I don't like your attitude. I don't like your attitude. I don't like that you ripped my girl's dress. You know you did that on purpose. Why you do that? I don't like that. Don't be mean. Don't be a mean girl, Cressida. We all have a Cressida in our lives. May they go far, far away. Not gonna hold you, I might fool around and learn how to embroider. Them girls talking about all the different types of stitches made me be like, well, dang, maybe it is interesting. Maybe I need to go ahead and get me a little needle and thread or something like that. Baby, the Mundridge storyline, I was so excited to see these black people coming into society and getting that inheritance. It is going to be really interesting to see what happens with them in the next 4 episodes, because it is clear that the husband is having a little bit of trouble of leaving his old life and leaving what he built, and I completely understand that. And so, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am enjoying the storyline. I really enjoyed that Queen Charlotte didn't just name a diamond. She said, y'all gonna wait, because a lot of y'all don't have patience, and a lot of y'all don't want to do any work. People just don't want to do the work these days.
It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
Speaking of raises, go ahead and give the wig designer a raise, because Queen Charlotte's wigs just got larger and more grand as the episodes went on, and I was like, please be so for real. Like, what is the wig budget for this show? I must know. One of my favorite lines in episode 2 was when Queen Charlotte saw Francesca playing the piano, and she said to her, someone who performs for herself and not just for me. Sparkling, you might say. I just really enjoyed that scene. There was something so classy about it, and obviously it was definitely like corroborated by Lady Danbury, all the things, but I just really liked it. Another part that broke me in half was when the Mondridges, or are they Kents now, were talking about how life was going to be different. The husband asked his wife, what have we done to earn this? And the wife goes, the same thing as every Viscount out there. Absolutely nothing. I thought this was especially powerful because you see 2 people who have worked to build everything they have now being given an opportunity to be a part of society, and the complicated layers of what that means. I thought that this was really powerful, and it made me a little emotional. Now, you know what I'm about to bring up. We have to talk about Penelope begging for this here kiss. When I tell you, that scene made me so uncomfortable, because first of all, we've all been there when it's something that we really want and it's like, oh my gosh, I need this. But my God, I was like, girl, Penelope, you cannot be out here begging people to kiss you. I just was like, I cannot believe she said the thing she was thinking out loud. I cannot believe she said the thing she was thinking out loud. Like, something about it made me be like, I felt incredibly uncomfortable. It is so obvious that Colin has been into her, but has never been able to admit it to himself. But that don't make how he treated her right. That's obvious that that has been going on. I don't think he would have done it if he wasn't into her. You're not just gonna kiss somebody you're not into. It was something about the begging that made me uncomfortable. I could not get over her being like, please, Colin, I can't die. I have never been kissed. Like, Penelope, baby. I just felt like I was witnessing a private moment. And maybe that's the whole point, right? But I just felt like I was witnessing something I wasn't supposed to be seeing, like her thoughts. Like, I wasn't supposed to see her thoughts. I'm gonna say what we all are thinking. I don't know how I feel about Colin loving her late. Like, is it ever too late for love? And let's be honest, if it were me, I probably would have, like, you know, went for Colin or whatever. But also, we didn't forget what you said, Colin. We did not forget what you said last season, and that was mean. Now, the only reason I'm gonna go ahead and say that all of this is okay is because Colin has no idea that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. So I guess they're even, but like at the same time, what he said in front of that crowd, baby, that was crazy, and he should have never. For real, after Colin ran for that carriage, I would have been like, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy you had last season when you was telling everybody you would never court me. Like, that's really how I would have been. Y'all got any plans this summer? I know what my plans are. I'm finna promenade. I want to promenade along the Hudson River. I'm gonna make Q take me outside. I'm gonna put on this little duster that I have on here, and we are going to promenade. That's the whole time I was watching this series. I was like, I'm promenading somewhere. I'm trying to walk by some water. Like, I'm gonna have me a little fan. We're going to promenade this summer. The relationship between Penelope and her mother, I mean, actually, or lack of thereof relationship between Penelope and her mother, heartbreaking. Like, it is so clear that the mother is out for self and out for her own best interest. Like, you're not even gonna check to see if your daughter is okay. She was working my nerve. Let me tell you something about Lady Danbury. She knows everything. Everything. When the next 4 episodes come out, I cannot wait to see what's really up with Francesca. Like, at first I was like, okay, baby, are we not into men? Are we just not into relationships? I didn't know if she was asexual. I didn't know what was going on, because I'm like, I feel an undertone of something, and I'm not sure what it is, because I couldn't tell if she was just not feeling the whole process, or if she was just like showing up for her duty. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what's really going on. It's pretty clear to me that she is into the black gentleman, and like, listen, her also, he's kind of like in and out of it. And I'm like, okay, can somebody be consistent? Like, I just need some consistency. Now, I know a few minutes ago, I was just talking about all this, about how Colin needed to keep that same energy. But baby, Colin running after that balloon. Let me explain something to you. I would have seen him running for that balloon, and I would have been like, it's all forgiven, daddy. Like, it's all forgiven. We good. We good. Like, I would have lost my mind. Like, that scene, I said, whoa, whoa, not him saving the day. There is lots of interracial love on this show, and it looks like Mama Bridgerton may be getting her second chance at love with a black man. Honey, I said, who is this man? And it's Lady Danbury's brother. Like, what's up with him? What's going on with him? I can't wait for that plot to be revealed, because I feel like there was something in Queen Charlotte that might have been mentioned at some point, and now I'm remembering I'm forgetting some of the details, so I gotta go back and see what I missed, but I am very into fashion. This is the most I've been into fashion in my adult life, and so I love the storyline of, you know, Penelope changing her clothes and her outlook about her appearance, and how that also internally changes how she feels about herself and how she becomes more of herself as we see the episodes go on. And I'm not gonna lie, Penelope was eating them up. Like, these girls was coming to the balls basic for real, and Penelope, she was eating y'all up. Them gowns, honey, some of y'all really need to go and, you know, do a rebrand, because Penelope did the work. And not only did she do the work on the outside, it is clear that she started to do the work on the inside as well. Now, she's got a ways to go, because she was out here begging this man. And, you know, there were some other things. It was kind of like, oh, Penelope, we probably shouldn't be doing that. However, I'm gonna give my girl props. When it comes to that, she was about that life. And I'm not gonna hold you, Penelope's pen is crazy. Penelope's pen is crazy. Yeah, I said it, because Lady Whistledown, it's the way she fried herself for me. When she wrote that passage about herself, I'm like, not you reading yourself in front of the entire town. And obviously she had to, otherwise it would have been suspicious. But golly, not you reading yourself like that? Not you reading yourself? We talked about wigs, but one more time for the wig designer, because be so for real, that last wig in episode 4, that was giving Met Gala on her head. I was like, is that a scene? Is that like a snow globe situation? What is going on? Like, there is literally a carousel. There's something moving in there. How? What was the budget? Episode 4, Penelope leaves the ball in a rush. She gets into her carriage. The carriage pulls off with them 4 horses or 2 horses, whatever it is. Pulls off, goes around the corner, we assume, right? Colin comes running for the carriage and catches up. Now, I know them horses wasn't really, you know, busting like a car would, but Colin, how you catch that carriage? How did you catch that carriage? Like, you were pulling balloons? You were saving the day? And now you're running after the carriage? What were you doing in those 17 countries that you visited? Or cities, wherever you were, what were you really doing? Because when he got up to the carriage, I was like, wait, so he just ran after her? So remember how I was like, you know, I wanted him to beg a little bit more? He ran after her, like in a carriage. It's not the same if you ran after a Tesla, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ran after her. That has to count for something. And I'm not gonna hold you. If we would have been in that carriage together, I would have been doing the same exact thing. Not even gonna hold you. I would have been doing the same thing. Same thing. It's the way that I'm trying to just rent a carriage. I just need to know what it's like, because that was some sexy stuff right there. I'm not even going to hold y'all. That was very good. I said, ooh, Penelope, Colin. Bridgerton is so messy. I just love it. Like, I just love all this drama in the town. Like, I think I actually would do well in this society, because I would be at the center of the mess. I don't think I could be Lady Whistledown, because if we're just being so for real, I'm not getting out of a ball, coming home and writing a newsletter. Like, absolutely not. Like, I need time to marinate on it, and like, I would never hit a deadline. That's not for me. But would I be the talk of the town? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would be the talk of the town. Because, baby, a carriage ride with Colin Bridgerton, with Anthony Bridgerton, with the Duke of Hastings. Now, Netflix, Bridgerton, Shondaland, you know it is high-key criminal to release these 4 episodes and make us wait until June 13th. You know you're going to have the girls waiting. I think it's a little too long. I think you should drop one more. But I am excited for the next 4 episodes. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm so interested to talk to people about this. I watched it ASAP so that we can have this conversation. So let me know what you think. And if you want to see a part 2 of this, comment below and I will do another one of these videos when the next 4 come out. Until next time, dearest reader.